Good morning, Facebook land. I almost forgot to upload a video. That must mean I've been getting bored with it. I know I've only done it for like 2 days, but whatever. Alright, so my topic this morning, or this evening, early morning, late evening, my topic is a bit more philosophical in discussion. And it's sort of an integral part of many of your lives. So, if you watch this, just try and remember that these are only my ideas about this subject. And I'm always trying to keep an open mind about things. So, my topic is what happens to you after you die? And I mean, I've got a few theories about it. One theory proposed by, I think, Nietzsche, possibly, was in one of his works. He used the example, if a demon crept up and whispered in your ear that you would live your life over and over again exactly as you're living it now. You could only make the same mistakes, make the same right decisions. Would you be alright with that? Now let me explain what I think this means. I think humans sort of compartmentalize time in a way that's not necessarily the way time actually works. Instead of thinking in years, think of time as a river. Now, say your soul, your mind, your life essence gets in the river. You're in the river for such a period of time, 80 years in human time, whatever. And then your soul jumps out. And there's nowhere else to go for your soul but right back up to where it jumped in. And maybe jumping in is being born again in that same time frame. Say you were born in 1990, your life essence would jump out of the time stream, go back to 1990, and jump right back in, because that's the only place it could go. And maybe the shock of jumping in and being born again makes you forget your life. Except I've sort of been wondering about that because I've been getting a lot of deja vu lately. And if you think about it in this way, deja vu is a memory that hasn't happened yet, potentially. Whereas in this case, it's a memory that hasn't happened in this life yet until it happens. And then you remember that you had this memory like 6 months ago, and then it finally happens. You're like, oh, wow, deja vu. When in fact, it's just you reliving your time frame. Kind of interesting. I don't know if any of you got any of what I'm saying. Another sort of idea I have, I don't know if anyone's proposed this type of thing. Um, I I think maybe when you die, because the mind is a powerful force. It can imagine, you can dream, all that stuff. Some people say you can get crazy mind powers or whatever. I don't necessarily believe that is possible, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think maybe because the mind is such a powerful tool, maybe it's too powerful to be destroyed after the body dies. Maybe what you believe, if you believe in something strongly enough, your mind creates that afterlife for you. Say if you believe in a Christian heaven or a Christian hell, your mind dictates that that will be your afterlife and creates it for you. And even if you're an atheist or an agnostic, maybe your mind says, whoa, I don't feel like that this is gonna work for me, so I'm gonna create something for you. And maybe it's created from your dreams or your memories or anything like that. And that's what happens to you after you die. Of course, this could all take place in the few moments before you dying. You know, people say, oh, I saw a light. Maybe this this period of time is slowed so it feels like literally a lifetime or an eternity. And just so you can keep going, so you think that this is an afterlife, right? I guess that sort of brings up the question of what reality is. I mean, you can think of reality like this. For example, think about watching a television program about England, or if you're in England, about North America. And maybe it doesn't really seem real to you because you're not actually there. And maybe within your reality it's not actually real. Think about it. Maybe you're in your room. Nothing outside of your room exists until you enter that space. Nothing in your reality outside the room exists. And maybe the only reason there is anything outside that room to see when you open the door is because there are other realities in this plane of existence to interact with. Say, when you're being born, you are being created. You are being brought into someone else's reality. And gradually, you're raised within that person's reality, and then you grew up and begin to create your own reality and split off from theirs. And at that point, you begin to see and understand. And once you've created your own new reality, your own sustainable reality, the only way you can stay corporeal or within this plane of existence is because other realities, other people are reacting with you. other people are interacting with you. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's just my sort of little theory, I guess. Whatever. It's not necessarily what I believe. I'm not sure what the world is, right? I'm still trying to figure it out. But, I mean, it's just a thought, something to think about. Good night, I guess. Have fun.